In the next couple minutes, I'm going to run you through two parallel stories. The beauty of being a woman in India and how I got started. That's what we're going to call it today. Kanya. I was born in Orissa, in a small sleepy place tucked away in the mountains. I was born in a princely family. There's definitely one person in the audience, Manvinder, who knows for sure to be born a woman in a princely family with a silver spoon in the mouth, as glamorous as it may sound, is definitely not a boon. It comes with a lot of challenges. It directly translates to living in parda. It directly translates to being educated in order to be marketable for marriage. My first tryst of understanding why education was important is because I knew I could save myself through education. I understood how powerful the tool education is because I knew that was the one thing that would save me. It was much later that I got all these lofty ideas of changing society and getting into specialized education like dyslexia. It really was my own need. Let me quickly move you. When I say that I was born in a princely family, let me not give you a picture that this happened 30 years ago. Look what happens to the rural children, a girl child who's born in India today. The feed is laced with pesticide, so they die quickly. The mouth is stuffed with urea or black salt. They're fed poisonous berry juices. You know, some of you have seen the movie New York or something like that on a terrorist, where John Abraham is kind of sunk into a little square 3 by 3 feet, and they put wet towel on his face and sandbags to suffocate him because they think he's a terrorist. We do that to infant girl children. And the best one, and this tells you how powerful the state of Indian women is. When a woman is feeding, they put poison on her breasts so the girl child can suck the poison and die. This happens today in India. Let me come back to my story. I already told you that I knew education is the tool. So when I was growing up in Orissa, you know, it's a strange thing. I was never allowed to wear jeans because women are not supposed to wear jeans. Women are not supposed to laugh loudly, from where I come from. And they're supposed to wear ghungat till here. So when I was growing up, I come from a convent background. My real eureka moment was very, very simplest. I go into college, which has vernacular school children from Oriya background, and here are even convent educated, so-called well-packaged kids. And we have this distinct edge over them. They perform very well, and they are like slogging day and out. First and foremost, the language is a barrier. Very soon, I realized within 6 months, these girls have overshot, and I'm saying girls because I never went to a co-ed, I was never allowed to. They would just surpass us. And my first eureka moment, I was like, why isn't there a school that did both? That taught the kind of logical analysis that a vernacular medium taught, and that taught the kind of presentation skills and soft skills that a convent school taught. And I forgot all about that. Went on to Delhi and worked. When I got married and came to Ahmedabad, something came back. Ahmedabad has very good schools, had very good schools 15 years ago. But I thought it lacked just contemporariness, which I thought we brought in. Today, CalRX has the rare distinction of being all the way from preschool to university. Let's go back to the state of Indian women. Out of every 1,000 men that exist today, there are 972 women, and that number is still falling. Which means that if it continues to fall, every woman in this audience gets to marry 2 men. The real position, however, is we work long and hard hours. And sometimes we are paid 1/3 the salary that a man draws, of an equivalent position. And I'm saying this is true of an agricultural field, of a labor. Think of a construction site, and you have this steep bridge which a woman is carrying huge metal on her head, these little kapchis, and she's going up. She gets 1/3 the salary that a man gets when he does the same thing. The same is in the boardroom. And I'm saying this when it's a great time in India. And you must have seen this SMS done the rounds. Auntie in capital, Madam in the center, Amma in the south, Didi in the east, Benji in the north, not to forget the speaker, the opposition leader, and the President of India, all women. That should speak for women power in the country, shouldn't it? Not just that. I'll give you some historical data. We've had some great women represent us. First woman president of UN General Assembly, Mother Teresa. Take any field, literature, social activism, prison reforms, banking sector is literally owned by women. Take space. Take a Sunita Williams, take a Kalpana Chawla, take a Indira New. All right? Take more. People who've climbed Mount Everest, swam across the Indian Channel, be it land, water, or air, women are there. Be it politics or be it judiciary, women are there. Then, why are children still dying if they're born women? You know why? There is a serious lack of critical mass. Some of us are empowered, but the rest of India certainly is not. We're still a position of being condemned. There's all kinds of abuse, mental, physical, psychological, social. I'll take some of my personal challenges. I came to Ahmedabad 15 years ago, 17 years ago. I was almost shooed out within the first year. I came from Delhi. I don't know how much of that is true. But women, Delhiites, are looked upon with a little bit of suspicion in Gujarat. Delhiites are considered chalu, with very little value system. And no, seriously. And Delhiites are considered like, we'll copy anything. We have absolutely no integrity. So within the first year, when we started the Delhi Public School, to add to our woes, we started from a rented premises. We didn't even have our own. So literally, it was said that hum paisa leke bhag jayenge. We seriously have worked so hard to remove that concept in Ahmedabad. The second challenge that a lot of you will remember this, is we had a very unfortunate bus accident in DPS and a child got killed. No kidding, for a month we got bad press. No kidding. And I'll tell you how I dealt with it. Somewhere along the 3rd or 4th day, I stopped reading newspapers. Every day that I went, we had so many things to handle. We had crisis after crisis. The day of the accident, while the accident was on the site, we were wondering how to break the news to the child's parents. We had lathi charge from Silaj villagers. They came with lathi to break the institution. And all the men were out on the field. I was alone in the school. With a lot of lady teachers. And I remember going out there and just standing like this. Every day we had challenges. I stopped reading newspapers. My PR person would come and brief me as to what is being said so that I don't lose a ear about what's saying, and I would just go about my business saying, how can we do this? How can we do that? And every night I would go back and pray saying, this is not our fault. It's just an accident, and we are equally pained by what happened. Thank God things turn around. Biggest learning that I got from there is resilience. And that press is doing its job. They're not gunning at us. That one learning helped me still maintain, and I'm still very good friends with everybody in the press. Because it was just profession. They were not gunning DPS, they were not gunning Manjula Shroff. They were just doing the job. I'll just take one other learning. My husband is a CEO. We are a CEO couple. You know what can happen when you have two bosses? Life is damn interesting. I can tell you this much. So when you say you balance a career and you balance a home, I do it all the time. I'll take 2 more slides. I hope I'm doing okay on time. So all those people that I showed you, where women have made a mark, have we really made that 50% balance that man and women have? No. Take that last line. It's going to take us 200 odd years for women to yield the same influence that men do in society. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're just stats. I take immense pride in being a woman. I believe that men and women are on equal footing as partners in everything. The yin and the yang. Nobody is complete without the other. I believe that working women are only fundamentally going to change society by sensitizing it. No woman should ask, I am but a woman. But a woman? What more can I ask for? And my very last quote, because I'm passionately devoted to education. When you educate a man, you educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you educate one entire family. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your patient hearing. Just before I leave this, I have to say this to you guys. The Catholic School has made us very proud today. All the kids, help me say the names, okay? Kevan, Asta, Zubin, Raj, Rohan. Yeah. And the faculty, Jitendra, of course. And the lady who sang, Sunandita. And all of you, I know a whole bunch of parents are here from CalRex. It's a very proud moment. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Shroff, for being here.